everyone, welcome back to another interesting and exciting episode of Milkteeth TV Encyclopedia. Today we'll be talking all about satellites, the natural satellites, the artificial satellites, and all your queries, your dilemmas and your questions regarding satellites will be sorted out in this video. So please stay tuned till the end of this video, and if you like this video then don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to this channel for more such updates. So let's move on to the video and learn everything about satellites. Ever wondered what is a satellite? A satellite is an object that moves around a larger object. Earth is a satellite because it moves around the sun. The moon is a satellite because it moves around the earth. Earth and the moon are called the natural satellites. So that makes us think, what is a natural satellite? A natural satellite is an object that orbits a planet or any other celestial body, and it is not man-made. They are often referred to as moons because of Earth's moon. There are 240 known moons within the solar system, including 163 orbiting the planets, 4 orbiting dwarf planets, and dozens more orbiting small solar system bodies. So, do all the planets have satellites orbiting them? Most of the planets have smaller bodies revolving around them which do not emit light. These satellites, or the moons, are also lit by sunlight like the planets and shine partly at a time. Of the inner planets, Mercury and Venus have no moons at all. Earth has one large moon, our moon, and Mars has 2 tiny moons, phobos and deimos. Jupiter has 53 named moons and another 26 awaiting official names. The planet Jupiter's 4 largest moons are called the Galilean satellites after Italian astronomer Galileo Galilei, who first observed them in 1610. These large moons are named as Io, Europa, Ganymede and Callisto. Ganymede is the largest moon in the solar system, larger than the planet Mercury. Coming to Saturn. Saturn has 82 moons, out of which Titan is the largest discovered in 1655. It's the only moon with its own atmosphere in the solar system. Another moon of Saturn, Encyclopedia, is covered in smooth, reflective ice. It is one of the most reflective body in the solar system. Coming to Uranus, while most of the satellites orbiting other planets take their names from ancient mythologies, Uranus moons are unique in being named for Shakespearean characters. Of the 27, Oberon and Titania are the largest Uranian moons and were first to be discovered by William Herschel in 1787. Others are named as Juliet, Puck, Cordelia, Ophelia, Bianca, Desdemona, Portia, Rosalind, Cressida and Belinda, all Shakespearean characters. Coming to the last planet, Neptune has 14 known moons. Neptune's largest moon, Triton, was discovered on October 10, 1846 by William Lassell. Lassell was one of the 19th century England's grand amateur astronomers, using the fortune that he made in the brewery business to finance his telescopes. Scientists using powerful telescopes and spacecraft have since discovered a total of 14 moons orbiting the distant world of Neptune. Triton is the only large moon in the solar system that circles its planet in a direction opposite to the planet's rotation, which is also known as a retrograde orbit. After Triton, the second largest moon of Neptune is Proteus, and the third largest is Nereid. The Kuiper belt is a large region in the cold outer reaches of our solar system beyond the orbit of Neptune. It's sometimes called the third zone of the solar system. Pluto was the first true Kuiper belt object to be seen. Pluto, Eris and Ceres were reclassified by the IAU as dwarf planets. So now let's quickly recall the number of moons of all the planets of our solar system. Mercury 0, Venus 0, Earth 1, Mars 2, Jupiter 63, Saturn 82, Uranus 27 and Neptune 14. What is an artificial satellite? Artificial satellites are human-built and sent by spaceships and carriers. This is different from the natural satellites or moons that orbits the planets, dwarf planets and even asteroids. These are objects orbiting the Earth and other planets in the solar system. Sputnik 1 was the first such artificial satellite launched in October 1957 by the former country USSR. Aryabhata, launched on 19th April 1975, was the first Indian satellite. Bhaskar 1, launched on 7th June 1979, was the first experimental remote sensing satellite. Since then, hundreds more have been launched from the Earth. Various types of artificial satellites serve different purposes. Some inform us of the weather conditions, others indicate land areas having mineral deposits. Many of them are used for telephonic calls, internet, and to watch the television. Further, they help ships and aeroplanes in navigation and provide astronomers with information about the space. Why an artificial satellite seems stationary in the sky? Each satellite occupies a specific orbit around the Earth called the geostationary orbit. When a satellite is around 3600 kilometers away from Earth, it completes one orbit in around 24 hours, the time taken by Earth to complete one rotation. So, the satellite seems to be stationary in the sky. The solar cells in the satellite convert sunlight into electricity to make it function. Rocket motors or thrusters maintain the correct position for the satellites so that its dish aerials keep pointing at the Earth. What holds a satellite in its place? Of course, the Earth's gravity. It makes a satellite stay in its course, or it would drift into space, or in a straight line maybe. How is a dwarf planet different from a satellite? A dwarf planet is a small planetary mass object that is in direct orbit of the Sun, smaller than any of the 8 classical planets, but still a world in its own. The prototypical dwarf planet is Pluto. The 5 best-known dwarf planets are Ceres, Pluto, Makemake, Haumea, and Eris. Except for Ceres, which lies in the main asteroid belt, these small worlds are located in the Kuiper belt. Some facts about the satellites. Earth's moon is the 5th largest of the 200 plus moons orbiting planets in our solar system. About 168 natural satellites orbit around the planets of the solar system. Moon is the 2nd densest satellite among those whose densities are known. The word month is derived from the moon's 29.5-day period of orbit around the Earth. Io, the innermost of the 4 Galilean moons of Jupiter, is the only known body in the solar system besides Earth to have observed active volcanoes. Io has the highest density among all the moons and is the driest known object in the solar system. Larger than Mercury and Pluto and only slightly smaller than Mars, Ganymede would easily be classified as a planet if it were orbiting the Sun rather than Jupiter. It is the largest of all natural satellites. Callisto, the outermost of the Galilean moons, is roughly the same size as Mercury. The likely presence of an ocean within Callisto leaves a possibility that it could harbor life. It is thought to be a long dead world with hardly any geologic activity on its surface. Rhea, the 2nd largest moon of Saturn, is the only moon that has oxygen in its atmosphere, but it is so thin that oxygen is around 5 trillion times less dense than that found on Earth. Europa is the smallest of the Galilean satellites. The radiation level at the surface of Europa is sufficiently high, resulting in severe illness or even death in human beings who are exposed to it even for a single day. Facts about Earth's moon. The moon is the Earth's only natural satellite and the 5th largest moon in the solar system. The moon's presence helps stabilize our planet's wobble and moderate our climate. The moon's distance from Earth is about 240,000 miles. The moon has a very thin atmosphere called an exosphere. The moon's surface is cratered and pitted from comet and asteroid impacts. It also causes tides, creating a rhythm that has guided humans for thousands of years. And lastly and most importantly, so did you know that moon is the only place beyond Earth where humans have set their foot in the universe? With that note, we have reached the end of this beautiful video, and once again I'd like to tell you that if you like this video, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more such updates. I'll catch you in my next video. Take care. Bye bye.